Yo, what is up guys? This is Pedro here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about day 4 of Washington football training camp. We're going to be giving you guys an injury update. I'm also going to be showing you guys training camp highlights, and we're going to be talking about the biggest takeaways. So if you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get into the video. So like I said, first off, I'm going to be showing you guys the training camp highlights, then we'll give you guys an injury update and talk about the biggest takeaways. So, let's get right into the highlights. Okay, and we're back. So now let's start with an injury update, and then we'll talk about the biggest takeaways of day 4. So first off, a lot of guys with days off, and a few players just with injury days. So first, Thaddeus Moss did not practice. Some people are saying it might be a slight injury, and that's why he wasn't practicing so well the last couple of days. Morgan Moses and Jerron Christian are probably getting rest days. They were not playing today, so hopefully it's just rest days and not an injury, but it does look like they are both out just due to rest days. Ryan Kerrigan was walking out there but not practicing. Like I said, Thaddeus Moss was there, and then not Haskins. Chase Young was there, did not practice, no helmet on, but did not have anything around his hip, so it does look like he's good, and just they're being cautious about this hip flexor injury. They don't want to rush him back in. I'm pretty sure they have a day off tomorrow, so probably tomorrow or not tomorrow, but the day after that, they'll have him back, hopefully, and maybe just ease him back in, and then in a few days he can start doing 11v11 again. He's out, and then also Brennan Sheriff is out. And the biggest thing is Sadiq Charles has still not been at with us. It's been 3 days. We have had no sign of him, which is a little bit concerning. Not only that he's just not here, but he's a player that needs to get in the work. He's a left tackle, especially young rookie left tackles. They definitely need work, and especially this season when there was no rookie minicamp, there was no OTAs, it's just training camp, and it's kind of a shortened version of a training camp. These guys need as much work as they can get, and Sadiq Charles is still not here. There's no word if he's in the building or whatever is going on with him. He has not even been on the field these first 3 days. Hopefully I'm just overreacting and everything's fine, but I just think it's a little bit concerning that he's still not there. Also, Bryce Love was not there today, or he might have been on the field, but he was not practicing. Probably just a day off after him getting the number 1 reps yesterday. And so yeah, let's get started. So the biggest takeaways today is that the O-line sucked today. Granted, they were without Morgan Moses, Jerron Christian, and Brennan Sheriff, but still, nonetheless, they did not play good, and they really forced Haskins and them to not be able to have much time to throw, and kind of forced Haskins and even Alex Smith a little bit to struggle today because they barely had any time. And that is somewhat expected when you do have 3 starters or 3 guys that are getting most of the first team reps, because we don't know if Jerron Christian is going to start. If they're out, you're going to struggle, but they shouldn't be struggling as much as they are. Also, I'll get into it at the end of the video, but we did work out 5 offensive linemen, so that is why, because our offensive line Ron Rivera has not liked what he's been seeing, and they worked out 5 and are probably going to sign one. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, not good news about the O-line, and I think the O-line is one of the biggest keys to success for Haskins in year 2, because if he doesn't have enough time to throw the ball, he's going to struggle a little bit, and I really think that we need to start protecting him. This was our left tackle and right tackle today. Cornelius Lucas at left tackle, not terrible, and then Timon Paris at right tackle. He should not be in at all, and he's not even a good backup to third string. That's why we need Sadiq Charles in here. He really does need to get in the work. I think Jerron Christian, from all reports, he has looked a lot better than he's been before. Still doesn't look stellar, but he's looked alright. It's bulked up a little bit, which is what he's needed to do. And I think he might end up being the starter or maybe the backup. So that's one thing right there. So now let's just talk about a couple plays, and then we'll talk about some bigger takeaways. So he said there was a nice pass breakup from Kendall Fuller on a deep ball from Alex Smith to Terry McLaurin. Chance for touchdown there, and Fuller high pointed the ball to knock it down. Fuller's been playing good, a lot of people said. Haskins and McLaurin had a nice touchdown connection. So now we'll get into let's see what Haskins did. So okay, back to 11v11 with Haskins at QB, not looking great. Sweat just got around the corner and stripped him. Keep in mind, neither starting tackle on the field. Like I said, Haskins needs good protection to be able to be successful, and especially him being young, and he struggled last year a little bit early on, and I think he needs to have his offensive line protecting him, and I think it'll be better with Sheriff and Christian and Moses if they're the starters, but we do need some more depth. JP Finley said, poor period continues for Haskins. Had a ball batted down and then gets knocked down on next snap. Offensive line depth is a problem. Like I said, Alex Smith taking reps with defensive linemen on the field. This is new, not 11v11, but 9v9. 3 snaps for Alex Smith against a real pass rush. No tackles or DNs, but Smith had to move in the pocket with ZT pressure. Smith went 2 of 3 with 2 nice completions and 1 kind of ugly miss. And that's to be expected. He hasn't played it for so long. But yeah. And then this is what JP Finley said just a little bit ago. The Washington football team offense looked bad today. Haskins, Allen, pretty much everybody. Last 2 11v11 drills have included a pick. 1 for Haskins, 1 for Allen. There also have been some dropped interceptions. So again, Haskins did not play good today. He struggled a little bit, but that's to be expected when you have 3 out of your 5 starters, or at least guys that have been taking most of the first team reps. They're out, so that is concerning. I hope Sheriff, I think they're all going to be back next time, and I think that'll help with Haskins, but we do need to get some more depth, and I think signing one of those 5 guys that we brought in should help out a lot, but this is concerning. Hopefully, Haskins can play a little bit better next time, but I wouldn't read too much into it just because of how bad the offensive line has been. And then nothing too big besides that. Darby looked good today. Steven Sims looked really good today. I think he's going to have a really, really good year. But besides that, nothing too big. Antonio Gibson looked really explosive today, which is nice. He looked really good. I'm happy about that. I think he's going to be a really, really good player. And then also Khaleke Hudson had a strip and a fumble recovery. Alex Smith looked good against a pass rush for the first time. Fabian Moreau and Sean Dion Hamilton played pretty good. They were both doing a lot of first team reps. Also, I wanted to give you guys a different perspective. So we went to Rihanna Walker. So sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but she's also a good beat reporter. So she said Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick were both pretty shifty and explosive. Both had pretty good days. Keep on going. Greg Stroman also had a very good morning. Had his hands on a ball a number of times. Kyle Allen threw right to Stroman and he dropped it. Chris Harris came sprinting over and saying, I guess you don't like nice things either. He also did have a pick, though, against Kyle Allen later. Or not Kyle Allen, off of Dwayne Haskins. That's Dwayne Haskins' first interception of training camp. Jeremy Reeves has our second interception of the day from Kyle Allen. Another bad throw from Kyle Allen. So we'll see what happens. Kyle Allen and Dwayne Haskins, it looks like they didn't really have great days. But again, the offensive line was absolutely terrible. We'll see what happens with that once the offensive line comes back and they are fully healthy, ready to go. I think that's going to help out Haskins and the other quarterbacks a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash like button, subscribe if you guys are new, turn post notifications on, and go check out sportscases.com down in the description and the comments down below. Use code Pedro for 10% off all purchases. Peace.